Hello friends, welcome to Digital Learning. In previous session we learned about memory area and JNI as well as execution engine. In this session we will learn about identifier. So let's start the topic. Topic is identifier. Identifier. So basically a name in Java program is called a identifier. So it can be a variable name, or it can be a method name, or it can be a class name, interface name, or a label name. So for example, suppose I declare integer a equals to 10. So in this program, the demo class is a identifier, method name is a identifier, string class is a identifier, variable name is a identifier, variable name a is a identifier. So all these things are identifier. So there are some certain rules which we should remember at the time of when we declare a variable. So first rule is mm, so small a and small a to small z, any character we can use to declare for identifier. Capital A to capital Z, any character from capital A to capital Z we can use for to declare identifier. In number we can use 0 to 9, any number we can use to declare as an identifier. We can also use dollar and underscore. So all these things we can use as an identifier. Except these things we cannot use as an identifier. Means remaining all these things we cannot use as an identifier. So there are some cases we will discuss. First case is case first. In case first, uh, suppose I declare class name total. So basically we can use as an identifier, means it is a valid identifier. But if I use 0 1 2 3 A B C, so this is invalid identifier because we cannot start any identifier from numeric value. So we cannot start any identifier from numeric value. So it will be invalid identifier. So it is invalid identifier. So this is our first rule. Second rule, all Java identifier are case sensitive. Means suppose we write test, test and test. So these are three different things. Capital test, uh, sorry, this capital, sorry, this test this test and this test. These are different things. So Java are case sensitive. Case third. In case third, there is no length limit for Java identifier. Means we can use any length limit. For example, suppose I declare integer a equals to, so this is valid length limit, but it is not recommended to use lengthy length or lengthy identifier. So it is highly recommended, do not use lengthy identifier. So this is our case third. In case fourth, in case 4, we cannot use reserved word as an identifier. Suppose I declare integer a equals to 10. So this is valid identifier. But if I declare integer if a equals to 20, so this is not valid identifier, because so this is invalid identifier, because we cannot use reserved word as an identifier. So if is a reserved word in Java library, so we cannot use reserved word as an identifier. So this is our fourth rule. Fifth rule, case fifth. All predefined classes interface we can use as an identifier. For example, suppose I declare integer a, so this is valid. But if I use integer string equals to 20, so this is also a valid identifier. We can use string call class as an identifier. So this is valid identifier. We can use also interface. Suppose here we declare integer. If we declare runnable, runnable, if we use runnable equals to 30, so this is valid identifier. We can use also interface as an identifier, but it is not recommended to use any class or interface as an identifier, because it is not a good programming practice to use class and interface as an identifier. Now we will discuss about reserved word. So our next topic is reserved word. So our next topic is reserved word. Reserved word. So in Java, some words are reserved to represent some meaning or functionality. So this type of words are called reserved word. So in Java, around 53 words are reserved word. So now we will try to understand by a diagram. So basically 53 words are reserved word. Reserved word, or these are 53 words as a reserved word. So basically reserved word categorized in two parts. First one is keyword and second one is literal. So we categorize into two parts. First one is keyword, keyword, and around 50 words are keyword. And second one is reserved literal, reserve literal. So basically, three words are literal. So three words are literal. First one is true, second one is false, and third one is null. So true, false, and null. False and null. And keyword also categorize into two parts. So keywords further categorize into two parts. First one is used keyword, and second one is unused keyword. So used keyword. So these are around 48 used keyword, and second one is unused keyword, or these are around two keywords. So use key these are two unused keyword. First one is go to. So go to, and second one is constant. These are unused keyword in Java. So now we will discuss all these keyword. So here there are 8 data type keywords. So first one is data type keyword. Data type keyword. Data type keywords. So these are around 8 data type keyword. So first one is byte. Second one is short. Third one is integer. This, this is small b. This is smallest. Short. This is small integer. Sorry, small I. Integer. Then next is float. Double. Boolean. Boolean. And character. So these are around 3 and 7. Byte, short, integer, and one is long. So these are uh, 8 data type keyword. Second, flow control keywords. Flow control keywords. So these are around 11 keywords. First one is if, second one is else, third one is switch, and next is case, next is default, while, do, for, break, continue, and return. So these are around 11 keyword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So these are flow control keywords. And next is modifiers keyword. Modifiers keyword. These are a third type of keyword. So these are around 11 keyword. First one is protected, static, final, abstract, synchronize, synchronized, native, strict FP, and it is introduced in 1.2 version. It is introduced in 1.2 version. Strict FOP. Okay. Then next is transient, volatile, volatile. So these are around 11. Protected, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. One is public, and private, private. So these are 11 modifiers. Fourth one is exception handling, exception handling keyword. So these are around 6 keyword which we use in exception handling. First one is try. First one is try. Second one is catch, and finally, then next throw, throws, and assert. Basically, it is used for validation. So it is introduced in 1.4 Java version. So these are 6 exception handling keyword. Next is fifth, class related keyword. Class related keyword. So these are around 6 keyword. So class, first one is class, second one is interface, third one is extend, next is implements, next one is package, and sixth one is import. So these are six keywords which we use in class related. Seventh one is object related keyword. Object related keyword. Keyword. So these are around four keywords. First one is new. Second one is stance of. Stance of. And next is super. And this. So these are object related keyword. And next one is, so sorry, fifth, six. This is sixth number. And now it is seven. So basically return type. Seven is return type. Return type keyword. So we have only one return type keyword, and the name is void. Void is a return type keyword. Next, uh, in eighth one is unused keyword. Unused keyword. Unused keyword. So basically we have two unused keyword. First one is go to, and second one is constant. So basically go to you sorry go to has several problem in old languages, so that's why some people banned in Java. And next, constant, we use final instead of constant, so we can also use final place of constant. And if we try to use go to and constant, we will get a compile time error. So next one is ninth, enum keyword. Ninth, enum keyword. Enum keyword. So basically it is introduced in 1.5 version. Enum. Enum, and it is introduced in 1.5 version. 1.5 version. And the next is 10th, reserve literal. Reserve literal. So around three reserved literal we have in Java. First one is true, false, and null. So true, false, and null. So there are around 53 reserved word we use in Java. So I think that's all for the day. Thank you for watching this video.